17 miles to Elm Hollow. The disappearance of 3 teenagers on prom night, 1979, Pennsylvania. Millersfield was, and still is, a small farming town with a population of just over 3,000. Back in '79, it was the kind of place where everyone knew your name, and Friday night football was the social event of the week. That spring had been unusually wet, and by prom night, the grass along the back roads was knee-high, bending under the weight of rain. The 3 missing teens were Amy Kessler, 17, prom queen nominee, honor student; Jake Marlowe, 18, her boyfriend, star of the high school baseball team; Tyler Finch, 17, Jake's best friend since grade school, the quiet one in their group. They left the Millersfield High School gym at 11:42 p.m. Several classmates remember seeing them pile into Jake's dark green '69 Chevy Impala, laughing, Amy still holding her corsage. They told friends that they were going for one last drive before summer started. They never came home. The next morning, when none of them answered calls or showed up at home, the parents contacted the Millersfield police. By noon, a small search party was organized. At 3:17 p.m., Officer Raymond Hill spotted fresh tire tracks leading off Route 6, near the entrance to an old logging road, a road that hadn't been maintained in over a decade. The tracks ended abruptly at a patch of churned mud. Jake's Chevy was found half a mile down that road, nose down in a shallow ditch. The driver's side door was open, headlights still faintly glowing. The keys were in the ignition. Inside the car, Amy's purse, Tyler's leather jacket, and on the dashboard, a cassette tape still in the player, paused midway through a song, but no sign of the teens. At first, police considered the possibility of a drunken joyride gone wrong. Maybe the kids wandered off into the woods and got lost. But search dogs brought in from the county tracked their scent only for about 200 yards before stopping, as if it just vanished. No footprints beyond that point. No torn clothing, no blood, nothing. The tape in the car was analyzed. Side A was a normal mix of 70s rock, Boston, Fleetwood Mac, Eagles, but midway through track 6, the recording changes. The music fades, replaced by a faint hum, and a voice. A low male voice, speaking only 4 words. "You shouldn't have stopped." The tape was sent to the state lab, but no match was found for the voice. 2 separate witnesses came forward in the following weeks. The first was a truck driver named Harold Biggs, who claimed that around midnight on May 26th, he saw a dark green car pulled over near the old Elm Hollow sign. He said a tall man in a long coat was standing next to it, facing the woods. The second was a woman named Carol Dean, who lived in a farmhouse about 3 miles from the ditch where the car was found. She swore she heard 3 distinct screams that night. 2 male, 1 female, carried over the rain. Both witnesses passed polygraph tests. Neither could identify the tall man. Over the next 6 months, more than 200 volunteers combed the area. They found old beer cans, animal bones, and remnants of hunting camps, but nothing linked to Amy, Jake, or Tyler. Then, in November of 1979, a hunter discovered something in a hollowed-out tree trunk 4 miles from where the car was found. Amy's corsage. The petals were dried and brown, but the pin was still intact. No other belongings were ever recovered. The case went cold in early 1980. Families moved away. The old logging road was eventually gated and locked. "41 years later, in October 2020, Millersfield police received an unmarked envelope. Inside was a single cassette tape, identical to the one found in Jake's car. Side A was blank. Side B contained exactly 19 seconds of audio. The sound of a car door slamming, footsteps on wet leaves, and then a voice. The same voice from the original tape, whispering, "It's still 19 miles." The return address was postmarked from a small town in West Virginia, over 300 miles away. Police have not disclosed whether they are pursuing any active leads from that tape. To this day, the disappearance of Amy Kessler, Jake Marlowe, and Tyler Finch remains one of Pennsylvania's most unsettling unsolved cases. No bodies, no arrests, just a single chilling warning on an old cassette tape, and the endless question of what happened 19 miles to Elm Hollow. If you find yourself driving Route 6 late at night, you'll see the road sign, faded white letters, and you'll have to decide: do you keep driving or do you stop?